This is Katherine Villeneuve starting a new piece on panel. She's using alcohol inks on encaustic board. She's putting down a design that she likes the colors, and it dries pretty quickly. The squeeze bottles are very easy to use, and you can draw fine lines or thicker lines, let them bleed together. You can even use a brush if you wish to. Okay, we're back with Katie. We've waited for the alcohol inks to dry, and she's now dipping a rolled up paper towel into some shellac. This happens to be amber colored shellac. She's going to cover her entire piece with that, including the alcohol ink. And it's going to go on kind of heavy. You can do two types of burns. This happens to be a wet burn. If we had decided to do a dry burn, we would wait for this shellac to dry before we put the torch on it. But since we want it to kind of be more natural and spontaneous, we're going to go with a wet burn. You want to make sure that you keep the shellac away from the torch. She'll adjust her flame and keep it high, a little bit high. There you go. And step away after it catches there. That's a good burn. Let me move up a little bit closer so you can see what it's doing. This is a wet burn, so you don't have much control over what's going to go down. It can burn right to the board, but that's another effect also. So we're back with Katie. She's got some tape that she's going to block out certain part of her piece that she wants to save as it is. She's then going to paint medium, which would have been at her seat too, but she's going to paint some medium right over the shellac burn. And medium is a mixture of damar resin and beeswax. After painting that, she'll take a heat gun and fuse it. Fusing helps both layers to become one. The heat from the heat gun will melt the wax on top, and it will pull it into the wax in the bottom. And Katie is now going to remove the tape while it is still warm so that it won't pull away from the wax. And we'll see how it looks up close. You can see that it looks a little cloudy, but as it cools, it will clear up. And you have a beautiful, distinct difference between the wax and the shellac burn. Okay, Katie's decided to continue on with this piece. So now she's using a higher tack tape to block off a different section, and then she's going to be painting with the melted pigmented wax a stripe that will appear on her piece where she's chosen to put it. She's melting the wax on the hot plate now, and she will be adding medium to the pigmented wax. That makes it more fluid, and it also makes it more hard. It's a harder, when it's dry, surface. So the taping helps make a nice straight, even line. You can do this freehand, of course. You can do it with stencils, all different ways. So this is the final product that Katie ended up with after doing the tape. So you can see the texture of the bubbles from the heat and the lines of the tape. Good job, Katie.